Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Vegan Alternative. Have you ever considered the ripple effect that the rise of veganism could have on the world's largest agricultural industry? While it's widely acknowledged that a vegan diet has numerous benefits for both animals and human health, the potential impact on the farming sector cannot be ignored. That's why in today's video, we are going to delve deeper into this intriguing and complex topic and figure out how veganism affects farmers. So let's get started. Veganism is taking the world by storm, with approximately 88 million people opting for a plant-based lifestyle in 2023. The UK, in particular, is set to see a significant shift, with a quarter of the population predicted to be either vegan or vegetarian by 2025, by Sainsbury's Future of Food report. While much attention has been given to what we eat, the vegan movement also calls for a transformation in what we produce. A plant-based future is a win-win situation for both livestock and the environment. Factory farming, which currently houses 99% of livestock, is a major source of pollution. But let's not forget about the human impact. A shift towards plant-based living could cause quite a stir in the economy, leaving hundreds of thousands of farmers and meatpacking workers confused. It's important to note that the negative effects of veganism on factory farming are primarily due to the reduction in demand for animal products. Veganism involves avoiding consumption of animal products, such as meat, dairy, and eggs, and instead opting for plant-based alternatives. In recent years, there has been a notable shift in the dietary habits of many individuals, with an increasing number of people adopting a vegan lifestyle, or opting to reduce the amount of meat in their diets. As a result, meat has undoubtedly suffered a negative image, with many individuals seeking alternative protein sources. The effects of this shift have been felt throughout the meat industry, with farmers and producers facing financial setbacks and significant changes in market demand. In July 2019, the Scottish farmer reported a decline in beef values compared to the same time the previous year, with an R3L steer valued at 353.8 pence per kilogram, as opposed to 393.5 pence in 2018. While this may not seem like a substantial difference, the implications of this decrease are far-reaching and can have a significant impact on the entire industry. As the Scottish farmer highlights, this drop in value means that a whole truckload of finished cattle is worth £5,000 less that year than it was the year before. This is a significant loss for farmers and producers who rely on the sale of livestock to sustain their livelihoods. The demand for red meat is also seemingly losing its sizzle, as surveys indicate that approximately 37% of consumers are intentionally trying to cut down on their red meat intake. That's why it appears that the downward trend in red meat prices is not just a temporary dip, but rather a sustained decline. Although the world isn't yet entirely switching to a vegan diet, the farming industry is facing a significant challenge in the form of the rising popularity of flexitarianism, or a semi-vegetarian approach. This trend is gaining momentum as people are becoming more aware of the benefits of reducing their meat intake. Moreover, the soaring popularity of the vegan lifestyle seems to be casting a shadow over the demand for animal-derived products, like dairy and eggs, shifting the consumer preference that eventually causes a ripple effect throughout the entire farming industry. The profitability of factory farming operations is also being negatively impacted due to the decline in demand for animal products. This could lead to a domino effect, causing some farmers to abandon the practice altogether, potentially resulting in the loss of jobs and income for those who rely on factory farming for their livelihood. Many farmers in the meat industry don't actually raise the animals that end up on your plate. Instead, their focus is on cultivating the crops that are used to feed the livestock, such as soy and corn. These farmers run highly efficient operations, intending to maximize the yield of these crops from every single acre of land. And we are talking about a lot of acres. According to USDA figures, a staggering 95 million acres of land in the Midwest are dedicated to growing soybeans and corn. two of the most widely used crops in the world. Surprisingly, a significant portion of these crops, about 38% of the corn and a whopping 70% of the soybeans, are used to feed livestock rather than for human consumption. Despite the sheer scale of this industry, the crops themselves aren't all that profitable. However, corn and soy farmers receive billions of dollars in federal subsidies, which helps to keep the industry afloat. All of this makes the corn and soy economy an especially difficult market to disrupt. So what does this mean for the future of plant-based foods? Whether farmers can successfully transition to a plant-based future will depend in part on how the plant-based industry sources its ingredients. Historically, many plant-based companies such as Impossible Foods and Rebellious Foods have relied on soy and wheat to make their veggie burgers. But as the industry has grown, so too has the variety of ingredients available. If plant-based companies continue to scale up their production and steal market share from meat companies, that could mean a steady demand for soy and wheat, which would be good news for growers. On the other hand, the plant-based industry could also open up new markets for farmers who want to grow more diverse crops, creating more livelihood options and potentially leading to a more sustainable agricultural future. But over the years, as the plant-based food industry continues to boom, farmers may find themselves with a new range of livelihood options. The ever-expanding variety of plant-based ingredients used in these products means that farmers could potentially grow a wider range of crops, opening up new markets and creating new opportunities. Moreover, planting different crops sequentially on the same plot of land can help improve soil health, optimize nutrients in the soil, and combat pest and weed pressure. But the benefits don't stop there. The growth of the plant-based food industry could also bring new jobs to suburban and rural areas, as these companies will need skilled workers to manufacture their products, such as burgers and nuggets. This could provide a much-needed economic boost to communities that have been long reliant on traditional agriculture. However, there are also potential downsides to the shift away from animal products. One of the most pressing concerns is the fate of the animals that are raised for food. As demand for meat and dairy products decreases, farmers may find themselves with a surplus of animals that they can no longer sustain. This could increase the euthanasia or abandonment of these animals, leading to potentially dire animal welfare issues. The thought of these animals being left to fend for themselves is heartbreaking, as they may not receive the care and attention they need to thrive. Moreover, it underscores the complex relationship between the agricultural industry and animal welfare. However, a small shift in consumer behavior can help prevent countless innocent animals from being abandoned, so they don't have to suffer the consequences of our choices. Keeping in view all the circumstances, the future doesn't look certain for farmers. However, amidst the uncertainty and challenges of the modern world, it's more important than ever to find ways to bridge the gap between farmers and vegans and work towards a common goal, which is sustainable and ethical food production. As the climate crisis worsens, Brexit creates economic uncertainty, and the COVID-19 pandemic disrupts supply chains, farmers are facing unprecedented challenges. In early 2020, the Farm Advisory Service hosted a conference to discuss the importance of diversification and seizing opportunities amidst the chaos. One potential opportunity lies in the growth of the plant-based food industry. By providing farmers with jobs in plant-based companies, we can help fill the gap left by declining demand for animal products and create new economic opportunities in the process. Of course, this transition won't be without its challenges. Farmers who have spent their entire lives raising animals may not have the skills or experience needed to work in a plant-based food company. Additionally, there may be cultural and social barriers that need to be overcome to build trust and collaboration between these two communities. However, by working together and embracing a spirit of innovation and adaptation, we can create a brighter future for both farmers and consumers alike. The rise of veganism has undoubtedly had a significant impact on the farming sector, with more and more people turning away from animal products and towards plant-based alternatives. farmers are facing declining demand for their products and an uncertain future. However, this shift also presents new opportunities for farmers. By embracing diversification and exploring new avenues, such as working in the plant-based food industry, farmers can adapt to changing consumer preferences and build a more sustainable and ethical food system that can ultimately help create a future that supports both farmers and the environment. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends. Also, make sure to check out other videos on our channel as well. Thanks for watching.